Yeah.
Hello and welcome to another York Sports Network broadcast. Here today we're in the Dick Campbell Gymnasium here in Elmhurst, Illinois to watch the York Dukes take on the Downers Grove North Trojans. This game is essentially the conference championship matchup game right here. If DGN comes out on top, they win the conference. If York wins today against Downers Grove North and they win on Tuesday against OPRF, they will split the conference championship title. Nick, what can you tell us about these two teams, what we can expect from these two highly ranked teams coming into this game?
Well, it's going to be a matchup of all matchups today. It's for it all. Like they just mentioned the starting lineups. AJ Levine was just mentioned. That's who is going to lead this Dukes team today, averaging 15 points per game on the season. And for DGN, his counterpart, Jack Sand, also averaging 15 points per game on the season. Those are two guys you're going to have to watch out for. Both the best players on these teams, they're going to have to get it going fast. AJ struggled in the last matchup against DGN. The whole York team did. They're going to have to come bounce back today in their house and get the win. Otherwise, DGN wins the conference. Simple as that.
Yeah, we'll take a look down here for our starting fives. We got Brendan Molis, Ryan Pecos, Braden Richardson, Kyle Walton, AJ Levine for York, and Jake Reamer, Alex Miller, Owen Thulin, Jack Stanton out there for DGN. And we were talking a little bit about this yesterday. Brendan Molis was not a for sure thing to play today. He was dealing with an illness earlier this week. We were told he might not play in this game, but it's good to see him out there. He started, so clearly feeling better. York's gonna need them to help them come out on top.
Let's go, York! Just on the way for tip-off. This gym is packed so far.
And Reamer's gonna win this one here for DGN. The one's going to have the ball first, quickly getting it over to Stanton. Stanton looking to feed inside. Thulin has it over on the free throw. Trying to make a move around Richardson. He goes pass down low. Reamer, the first layup is good there for Jake Reamer.
That's a nice pass. Find the open man inside.
Richardson with over on the wing. Now to Molis, gets it down low to Levine. Levine working on Thulin, goes up with the right hand, can't get to go, but he is fouled, so he'll head to the free throw line for a trip for 2.
I like that, because in their last matchup at DGN, I feel like York struggled getting the ball inside. Here, showing confidence there, going up strong inside. AJ Levine drawing contact, getting to the line.
First one is no good for Levine. We saw him struggle with free throws in that Downers North game away.
And shooting in general, it was a rough night. It happens sometimes, but it was really the whole team struggled from the field.
He does get the second one, though, so 2-1 here with the Trojans in the lead to start this game. Stanton's going to have it now, trying to get into the half court, guarded by Pecos. Thulin's receiving the screen from Reamer. He's not going to use it, gets it to Stanton in the corner instead. Reamer now has it working on Richardson. Looking for a baby hook. That one is being waved off, and it's going to be a foul on the ground. York catching a little bit of a break there. Now the Trojans will have the ball here underneath the basket.
I think he hooked him in the arm. He was driving in. Locked arms there.
Akawi has it for Downers Grove North up top. Over to Thulin now. Thulin with it on the wing. He's going to slow down this offense. 6:50 left to go here in the first quarter. Miller to the corner. Here's Stanton, guarded by Richardson. He's going to dribble this ball back up top. Swinging it over to Thulin. Thulin, the swing pass, open three for Miller. Heavily contested, but he knocks it down. Nothing but net. First shot goes for Alex Miller.
It was a nice long pass into the corner. Let's go closeout. Just got up over the defender. Nice shot.
Now Waltz has it working on Akawi, now to Pecos. Pecos going to dribble it out. Gives it over to Levine. Levine to Richardson. He's going to pull up from deep. Richardson, that one rolls in and out. Rebound by Thulin, trying to pass it up to Reamer, but he throws it away to Richardson. Now Kyle Waltz trying to push it up. Pecos back to Waltz. Waltz going to get it inside. Richardson kicks it back out. Pecos going to slow this one down and get it back upside. Levine now has it over on the left wing, guarded by Thulin. Waltz with it in the corner. Back outside, Levine trying to drive on Thulin. Going in now, going with a hop step, and that's going to be last touched. They're going to say last touch by Levine, and that's going to be Downers Grove North basketball.
That's a tough break there. There was 4 defenders surrounding Levine as he was driving in, and somehow went off his knee, I guess, out of bounds.
Thulin has it at the logo. Miller now kicks it right back up top. And here's the lob pass. It's going to be not good enough for Akawi, but he's going to come down with it and get the layup anyways. 7-1 now with DGN in the lead. The York Dukes got to get something going here on this offensive possession.
Well, it's twice now early that DGN has been able to hit the open backdoor cutter, go into the hoop for some easy layups.
Levine has it double teamed. The swing over. Pecos has it on the wing, back upside to Kyle Waltz. 4:40 left to go here. Richardson, another open look from deep. He's going to pull up. That one also rims in and out. Thulin's going to grab the rebound this time for DGN. Reamer has it. Over to Thulin. Thulin over to Miller. Miller trying to get into the corner, tipped by Waltz, but it's going to be last touch by Waltz. That's going to go out of bounds, so Trojans basketball. Stanton's going to pass it into Akawi in the backcourt, and now he gets it over to his point guard, Thulin, who will now bring it up for Downers Grove North. Thulin to Stanton. Stanton getting it up top to Miller. Right back to Stanton. Guarded by Molis. He's going to take a deep pull-up three. Stanton can't cash in. Fighting for the rebound, and that's going to be last touched by Miller, and York's going to take the basketball back.
York's got to get it going now. Halfway through this first quarter, held to only 1 point off a free throw attempt. No field goals scored by this Duke team. That's something we saw in their last matchup. We didn't think that happened again, but so far they're really struggling shooting the ball. Just got to find those easy shots that they can connect on.
Richardson's going to go for the baby hook shot. Another one lips in and out for Richardson.
Oh, almost stepped out of bounds. Gets the ball back though. And that's what DGN has been able to do well, is grab their defensive rebounds. They're able to box out well and get those boards. So York doesn't have any second chances. Put-ups for two.
Reamer being double teamed down low now. He's trying to get it outside. He gets it to Thulin. Thulin a quick pass into Cowie. Too hot to handle. Ball's now on the floor, and that's going to be a traveling call. York catching a little bit of a break there as Reamer had a wide open layup. But nonetheless, it's going to be York Duke's basketball.
Thulin showed off the arm strength there. Until he got a little baseball background in him.
Absolute rocket in that Cowie. That's a pass that's hard to handle for anyone. .301 left to play here in the first. Richardson's going to have it. Gets it over to Stepanek. Now Levine trying to drive baseline. A right-hand floater is long. Rebounded by Akawi. Now pushing it up is Reamer. Thulin's going to have it. Trying to get in the corner. Akawi now. Trying to get inside. Passes tip. Thulin comes up with it anyways. Now Miller a three. That one's long. Stepanek comes down with it and fought by behind, and that's going to be a foul called. That foul's going to go against Jake Reamer. And that's a guy that if you're York, you want to get into foul trouble as soon as possible. Reamer's a big body down there in the paint, especially compared to the York centers. If you can get him in foul trouble early, that would be very ideal. Levine driving in again. Stepanek. Levine going around Thulin, baseline. Tough finish, and he's going to get fouled from behind. I think they're going to get Reamer on his second foul.
That was a nice move. Really caught the defender leg and then went right around him, going up strong. Defense really closed out there. I mean, AJ Levine just went flying and flailing. Just had to hope that he got fouled, and he did. Sends him to the line. Now got to connect these free throws.
First one will rattle in there for Levine, and that's going to be Reamer checking out of the game as Bobby Gurgone is going to check in for the Trojans. Levine connects on the second one, so he's 2 for 2 from the line that time. Now bring this back within a 4-point game here for the Dukes. 7-3 with 2:20 left to go in the first. Stanton's going to have this one, trying to get it past the half court still. He gets it over to Thulin now. Thulin working slow, taking the time that he needs to set up the offense. Stanton with it over on the wing. Kicking it back upside to Akawi. Now here's Miller over on the left wing. Miller loses the dribble, gets it to Thulin in the corner. Oh, and that's going to be a carry.
Yep.
Thulin picked the ball up above his head. He was trying to make a baseball pass again, but wasn't there, so ends up with a double dribble. Another turnover here for Downers Grove North.
It's time to connect on those turnovers. Turns that defense into offense. York, again, in this first quarter, has played good defense. Just need to get the offense going. Offense got to connect. Need a spark.
Down low to Waltz. Waltz with the right-hand finish again. Can't get it to go. Coming from behind is Pecos. He strips it from behind. Levine trying to dive out of bounds to make the save. This last touch off the foot of Levine, and Downers Grove North will get the basketball back.
Look, you had your shot there. Down inside, in the paint, going up, uncontested layup. Got to hit those. Uncharacteristic mistake there by Kyle Waltz. And then the good defense again by Ryan Pecos. Tipping the ball behind the defender. Just goes out of bounds on York.
6 minutes and 30 seconds into the first quarter, and York is still not scored a field goal attempt. All 3 points coming off of free throws. Thulin trying to go inside, and that's another turnover by Thulin. He traveled, dragged the pivot foot, and that's going to be another mistake there from the DGN offense.
Just over a minute left in this first quarter. No field goal scored by this Dukes team. Winning in the turnover battle, winning in the foul battle, foul category. Just nothing going on offense.
Walsh trying to change that with a left-hand floater, way short. Richardson grabs it, tough finish.
There's a pass, there's a pass.
Great finish there over Bobby Gurgone. And now just a 2-point game, 50 seconds left to go in the period. Stanton bringing this one up for the Trojans to Miller. Miller taking this slowly, is up by the volleyball line. Pressed by Dezano. It looks like Downers North is either looking for the best possible shot or for a last-second shot. Stanton to Thulin. Thulin's going to have a wide open look from deep. That one's off the back iron. Offensive rebound by Stanton. They kick it back out to Thulin. Downers North now definitely going to wait for the last shot. Thulin has it at the logo with 6 seconds left to play. Stanton.
3 seconds.
Stanton trying to go around Levine, and that's going to be a foul called on Levine.
Not a bad foul, not a bad foul. 1.4 seconds left.
We've been seeing that more and more in college basketball, the fouls right before the end of the quarter when you have fouls to give, to force these teams to make a tough play out of the out-of-bounds category instead of letting your best player go one-on-one. We're seeing that to translate more and more into high school basketball as well. Stanton, the inbounder, gets it to Thulin. Thulin, a tough shot. That one's off the front of the rim. Can't get it to go. So that's going to do it here for the first quarter action between the York Dukes and the Downers Grove North Trojans. 7-5 is our score. And Nick, what did you like from both teams in that first quarter defensively? That's led to such a low-scoring game.
Well, defensively, I mean, it's been almost perfect first quarter by both teams. Boxing out, doing all the right things, getting turnovers, getting steals. York, I feel like, though, has to do a better job of turning those turnovers that they get on defense into offense. They've had some opportunities down low, just not able to finish. And they're only down 2 points, though. That's a good thing. Only 1 field goal scored in that first quarter, and they're only down 2 points. It's going to be one of those games where it's just going to be a battle all game. It's going to be a grind. It's kind of like that AFC North football. You know, just like the 17-14 game where it's just like not a lot of offense, all defense. It's come down to turnovers. It's going to come down to fouls. Guys are going to get in foul trouble. That's what this game is going to come down to.
Yeah, New York definitely looked a lot better in that first quarter defensively than they did a couple of weeks ago when they played them at their place. Downers Grove North really took it to them early, putting up over 20 points in that first quarter, holding York to about the same amount of offense they had here. But it's really that defense that has looked much better for York today. And if they can continue that, the physicality that Downers Grove North brings on the offensive side, if they can keep up with that, I think they can hang with them throughout this ball game.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like, coming in here to the second quarter now, like I said, 2-point game. That's some subs coming in. Nick Dezano.
Levine has it up top, double team, now to Molis over on the wing. They'll kick it to Dezano in the corner. Newly checked in Connor Fitzgerald has it, swinging it over. Now Molis has it over in the corner. Back up top to Levine. Levine taking this one slowly. Corner drive there from Dezano going baseline. That's going to be a blocking foul called. Dezano took that one inside and made some contact with Bobby Gurgone, and the block's going to go on Gurgone.
This quick foul to start the second quarter. It's not a bad thing for York at all. Struggling from the floor. I mean, might as well get those fouls, try to get to the line, get those 3 points, hopefully.
Mole's going to pass it into Richardson up top. Looking to get down low to Waltz. Waltz has it. Turn around, baby hook
nice
floater,
move.
And that one is good, getting it over Jamison Ordway.
From the behind the back, fake right. Going up high over the defender. Nice easy lay.
Doolin has it now for North with a tie ball game at 7 apiece. Doolin has it inside, dump off. Gurgone goes up with the right hand, and he gets to go around Brendan Molis. Waltz almost throwing it away, but Levine now speeding past Stanton, now gonna slow it down here in the half court. Molis with it over on the wing. Being guarded by Miller, he's got Waltz down low. Off the foot, Molis now with the kick out 3 ball. That one rattles around, won't go. That's going to be a foul on Ordway down low, holding the hand of Waltz.
Nice hustle by Kyle Waltz there. Going in hard, get the rebound, draws another foul. Just a minute 30 into the second quarter.
I wouldn't say fouls are necessarily an issue for Downers Grove North, but Reamer has 2, and his sub, Gurgone, also has 1. So the big man definitely getting into some foul trouble early. So you got to keep that in mind if you're the coach here for Downers North. As we see Pecos check back into the game here for the Dukes. Pecos receives the pass, and now here's a 3 ball from Kyle Waltz. Back rim and in there for the big man.
Called it a 2. Foot was on the line. Nonetheless, great shot by Kyle Waltz. He's starting to get it going in the second quarter, up to 4 points now.
Doolin trying to drive, can't get past Molis. Good defense there, kicks it back out to Stanton. Doolin to Akawi over on the wing, kicking it right back outside. Miller stopped up top without a dribble. Very slow possession here, but a deep 3 from Stanton, and he answers the chants of the crowd and drills a deep, tough 3-pointer.
What a shot from way downtown. When that went up, I'm like, no chance that's going in. He just drained it. Like you said, that is a crowd silencer right there.
Molis now has on offense here for the Dukes. Good defense on the screens down low. Levine now trying to go one-on-one. Driving inside, right-hand floater, and another foul called, and on Organto again.
Hey, look, refs are calling the fouls. Might as well keep doing it. Drive inside hard. Draw that contact. AJ Levine shooting 2 more. Should be his 5th and 6th free throw of the night already.
First one for Levine is long off the back iron. Substitutions now coming in. Richardson and Molis head to the bench, checked in for by Stepanik and Burnison for the first time today. Second free throw for Levine is nothing but net, so 1 for 2 that time. Brings it back within a 2-point ball game. 5:22 left to go here in the second quarter. Doolin has it at the logo. Trying to set up the offense. Gurgone right back to him. North taking a much slower approach to their offensive style here in the second quarter. Doolin now driving inside. Gonna kick back outside. Stanton, another deep 3 from the volleyball line. This time it won't go. Still fighting for the rebound. Tip back outside. Stanton comes up with it. Almost trips now over on the wing. He's got Thule in the corner. Guarded by Waltz. He's gonna kick it back up top. Pressure by Pecos. Now Pecos is gonna tip that one out of bounds. Downers Grove North will keep possession.
I mean, that was really good lockdown defense by York there. DJ had a lot of movement, going up tempo, going fast, just not able to get anything off.
Miller dribbling up top now to Akawi. Inside to Reamer. Thulin now driving baseline. Kicks out to Stanton. He has an open look, and Stanton once again hits the 3 ball, this time from the corner. Stanton is now up to 6 points with 2 threes already in this first half.
York was able to hold him to no points in the first quarter, and he comes to life now in the second quarter, hitting 2 threes.
Mullis dribble drives, kicks it out to Waltz. Waltz gonna take a one dribble pull up. That one won't go. Rebounded by Reamer. Now Stanton trying to push it up. Offense going fast, Stanton. Gonna pick up his dribble, gonna get this one over to Thulin now. 5-point game with 3:40 left to go here in this first half. Stanton's gonna receive the screen from Reamer. Dribble drive inside, kick back outside. Miller a corner three. That one won't go, but they're gonna get the foul call on Mullis. And now Alex Miller's gonna have 3 free throws here from the free throw line.
That looked like iffy contact to me. I'm not sure how hard he hit him there. Looked like a flop.
Now, I'm not sure if it happened or not, but I think Mullis is stating the case that Miller stuck out the leg, and that's why he made contact with him. It wasn't part of his normal shooting motion. But anyways, first one is good there for Miller. Still 2 more left to go.
I believe that's a rule in the NBA, right? Like, you can't stick out your leg too far. Or does it get called for the offensive foul? Yeah.
Second one is also good now, extending it to a 3-possession game.
That's a big call now, yeah. Already 2 points. Could be 3 points to extend this lead to 8. Almost late now in this first half.
And 3 for 3 from the line that time is Miller, extending the lead to 8 points now, 18-10. York just 5 points apiece here so far in each of the first 2 quarters. Stepanek to Pecos. Levine now has it guarded by Thulin. Going tough to the basket, trying to pass it. Tipped by Stanton right back into the hands of Levine. Levine can't get it to go, but he will go to the free throw line again for 2 shots.
Levine draw another foul. Now DGN's next foul will send York to the line no matter what, even if it's on the ground. It will be in the bonus after 5 fouls. 3 minutes left in this first half, could come into play.
It's Austin Owen Thulin's second foul. First one is good there from Levine.
Couple guys now, a couple fouls for DGN.
Now late substitution is gonna check out Jake Reamer and bring in Jamison Ordway. Levine's second free throw is going to go off the front of the rim, have a couple of bounces, but eventually finds the bottom of the net. Stanton bringing the ball up slowly here for Downers Grove North. Thulin holding it up top, waiting for things to set up here for his offense. Ordway now over with it on the wing. Take a couple dribbles, kick it, loses it. Now kicks it over to Thulin. Inside, Miller's makes a great cut. Now an open 3 for Ordway. That one's gonna be short though. An offensive rebound by Thulin. Trying to get outside to Miller, he does. Now Stanton has it. Good defense there from Pecos, but it will eventually lead to a foul.
A couple things going on in that play. I thought it was almost a travel and a double dribble. I didn't see who. The York defender got his hand on the ball, and it looked very awkward, in my opinion, but York picked up the foul nonetheless. And I don't know how Owen Thulin, the smallest player in the pile, was able to come down with the rebound there. That's just poor job boxing out, grabbing the rebound.
We also did see that in the last matchup, though. He had 4 offensive rebounds in that win against York. So definitely a factor on the boards despite his short stature. Just 2 minutes left to play here in the half. Stanton's gonna have it up top at the logo.
Really taking their time. Under 2 minutes now in the second quarter.
Thulin trying to drive around, gets it to Miller in the corner now. He's gonna dribble it back up top. Guarded by Mullis, he's gonna get around him. Dump pass to Akawi, the finish by Akawi is good. 20-12 now the score. The Trojans lead over the Dukes.
There's another backdoor cut. He's able to work well for DGN. York's got to do a better job stopping that.
Levine trying to drive inside again, can't get it to go, and that one's blocked away by Thulin as Richardson tried going up with a second chance effort. Stanton to Miller. And they're gonna pick up another foul as Pecos trying to play aggressive defense, but an unneeded foul there out there at the volleyball line.
York's got to get a good stop here. Down 8 points now, minute 13 left in this first half. Can't let the lead get away with them going into halftime.
Stanton has it, over to Thulin. Molas coming up with some pressure. Thulin trying to drive in, kicks it right back out to Stanton where he was. Akawi with it on the elbow, trying to work on Waltz. Dishing it back outside, Thulin. One more extra pass, Ordway outside. Stanton, now a pull-up jumper. Another three ball from Jack Stanton. That's his third three of the half. Now up to an 11-point lead here. Just 35 seconds left to play. Waltz has it, gets it to Desano. Desano gonna receive the screen, now to Richardson. Good roll there from Richardson, and that's going to be out of bounds. A lot of contact, but no foul either way. And that's going to be DGN basketball with just 21 seconds left to go in the first half.
I think both players there just kind of unnecessarily, or accidentally, in other words, ran into each other. Braden Richardson just got caught on his feet, maybe a little bit, went down. Got to get a stop now. 10 seconds left.
Two seconds, Stanton. The pull-up from way downtown, and he knocks down the buzzer beater. Jack Stanton ends the half with 12 points, hitting another deep three from the volleyball line, extending the lead to 14. 26-12 your score at the half.
Talk about a heat check. Jack Stanton, 12 points in that second quarter. 4 threes, and the crowd silencer. Wow. The end of the half, Jack Stanton. Almost from the logo.
You already had the momentum going into the halftime, regardless if you hit that shot or not, but that just adds it even more into their favor.
That's a big, yeah, it's a big blow. I mean, they're lead up to 14 points now, and York has only scored 12. 12 in the first half. I mean, that second half, they just got to score the basketball. I mean, there's not much more to be said. I mean, their defense has been good enough. 26 points, and I mean, their defense is obviously better in the first quarter than it was in the second quarter. Jack Stanton got hot from deep. But still, holding DJ at 26 points is not a bad thing. Just scoring 12 points. I mean, what, they probably have 3 field goals on the night so far in the first half? 3 field goals? Like, wow. Got to shoot the basketball better well.
Yeah, some different things are going to have to be said in the locker room from Coach Dunn to fire up his team offensively. But for us, we'll be back in 9 minutes and 8 seconds for the start of the second half. You've been watching York Dukes varsity basketball right here on York Sports Network.
While they finish their time at York. I want to say thank you to the community.
We are now back here in Elmhurst, Illinois for the start of the second half action between the York Dukes and the Downers Grove North Trojans. The Trojans currently lead 26-12 from a big second quarter from Jack Stanton hitting 4 3-pointers. Out of the break now, big offensive changes must be had here for the York Dukes to come back into this game. Stanton throwing the lob pass up to Reamer, and he's going to score the first quick 2 points there to get out of the gates.
That's what we saw DJN do a couple times in that first half, those backdoor cuts right to the hoop that have been open. Said York has to do a better job of stopping him, and DJN came out right in the half and scored on one.
Levine guarded by Thulin, trying to dribble drive inside. A tough right-hand floater, and Levine gets it to go, getting his first shot. That's definitely a good sign there if you're York. Thulin has it up top of the volleyball line, kicking this one over to Miller now. Miller loses the dribble, gets it down low into Reamer. Reamer being double-teamed. Thulin trying to drive around Pecos, but he can't, so he'll pass it right back outside. Stanton thought about the three, now to Akawi, trying to get in low to Reamer, guarded by Richardson. Waltz comes from behind,
Good
loose
D.
ball. Waltz makes a great play there, saving the ball, throwing it off of Reamer's leg and going back out of bounds, so York will get the ball there. Great hustle play.
Always love those plays. Going out of bounds, you know the ball's off on you, and you turn around and chuck it at the defender. It's like an LA Fitness type of play, but, you know, gets the job done in high school basketball as well.
Levine going for a deep three, can't get it to go. Moles came flying in for the offensive rebound, but he couldn't get the putback to go. Here's Stanton now. Double teamed, past the Reamer. Reamer driving inside, trying to get down low. Akawi can't finish. Rebound by Waltz. Leaving off Levine, now to Pecos in the half court. Down low, Richardson going up for a floater, and he's fouled by Reamer, and that's going to be his third.
It was clean defense all the way until Braden Richardson released the ball, caught him on the, like maybe on the wrist, on the hand. Got called on for the foul.
First free throw for Richardson is no good. And if you're in New York spot right now, you really got to capitalize on your free throws. There's just been 3 missed already, and you're down 14, so you're definitely not helping yourselves out by missing free throws. Second one from Richardson is up, and it is good. Another trip to the line, ending in 1 for 2 for the Dukes. Stanton's going to bring this one up. Passes it over to Thulin. Miller in the corner. Thulin trying to get it inside to Akawi. That pass is tipped. Thulin once again working it slow. Thulin now trying to make a move, can't get around Pecos. Good defense now to Akawi at the half-court line. And that's going to be a timeout call from Downers Grove North. And that was great defensive possession there from the Dukes. We've seen that all night long, but at some point you got to go for that steal if they're holding the ball out that long while you're down 13.
Yeah, I mean, DJN was just holding it out by the logo the whole time. It was really kind of boring basketball. It was lost focus there. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. They're just passing it back and forth, just stalling time, I guess. Up 13. Think that maybe that might do the job, I guess. I don't know.
That's definitely something we miss watching from the Jack Tosh tournament was the shot clock playing that big factor to where teams can't just hold the ball out at the half-court line for minutes at a time, wasting the clock away.
Yeah, because, I mean, that's not basketball. I mean, no teams want to see that. All the coaches we talked to from the Jack Tosh love the idea of the shot clock and would be willing to have it in effect the whole season. So, I mean, I'm not sure why IHSA does not have the rule in effect for these games, but they don't. So for whatever reason, teams can hold onto the ball for like 2 minutes now.
And not to mention that
If not longer.
both the York coach and DGN coach both also agreed with that when we talked to them about that. Both very advocate for the new rule change, hopefully in the years to come. Gurgone outside to Thulin. Thulin gonna shoot the three. That one won't go. Rebound by Pecos. Flips it up to Levine. Levine now trying to move fast. Guarded by Thulin, a hesitation. Tough shot, right floater
And
rolls
one.
around and goes in for Levine. Levine with the and one. Now trying to bring it back to a 10-point game.
Man, that was a tough shot. Little stop pop over the defender. All his momentum taking him out of bounds. Draws the contact and gets the basket to go in. Time to connect on the three-point play.
And he connects on it. Three-point play is complete, and that's also Owen Thulin's third foul. So now two players for Downers Grove North with 3 fouls in this game. Still 4:40 left to play in the third. Something to watch out for as we get into the final quarter of play. Stanton guarded by Waltz. Stanton's taking his time, working slow. Trying to receive the screen from Akawi, but guarded well. Stanton out working on Pecos. Flips it over to Thulin. Akawi to the corner. Miller's gonna shoot a three. That one's short. Another rebound by Pecos. He threw that one, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Pecos. He was trying to save it from going out, but no one was there to pick up the hustle play ball.
DGN really taking their time getting this on. Now they sub really late.
Yeah, Ordway checking into the game for Akawi. Stanton gets into Thulin, right back to Stanton. Stanton driving in. Kicks back outside to Miller, who has it at the top of the key. Thulin receives the next pass down low. Gurgone trying to work on Richardson. Has to kick it back outside to Stanton. Miller down low, passes tip, trying to save. He does. Gurgone with the hustle play. Ball's on the floor. Gurgone now driving inside. That one's blocked by Levine. Levine now pushing it the other way. He's going in the fast break. Trying to drive in on Stanton. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Pecos. Waltz now trying to go inside, and that's going to be tipped out of bounds by Thulin. So now York will get the ball here underneath the basket.
A lot of stuff going on there on those two possessions. Bodies flying, ball being pushed. Guys just going in strong, just careless.
Levine having trouble getting it in, has to throw a touch pass over the top to Waltz.
That's a flop.
Miller falls down, Waltz outside. Levine trying to drive baseline, and there's a foul called on Stanton. That's going to be his first foul, and once again, the Dukes will get the ball down on the baseline.
Doesn't matter too much for a stand stake, but 3 fouls now. 3.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Could come into play. That bonus, 5 fouls.
Moles receives the inbound pass. Gonna push inside. A right-hand floater off the glass won't go, and that's gonna be a foul called on Downers North. So Moles will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Stan did pick up 2 fouls now, back to back. Still doesn't matter too much. He only had 2. Minimal time left in this game, but still has got to be careful.
Moles' first shot is short. Once again, the free throws coming into factor. Second one from Moles is good, nothing but net. And that's the 5th time tonight that the Dukes have split at the free throw line.
Well, look, when you're not shooting the ball well from the field, I mean, those are points that you have to get at the line because you've been able to get to the line tonight. You've been able to draw fouls. There's another foul there on AJ Levine, but able to draw fouls, get to the line. You just got to make those because, I mean, if you're not shooting well, you got to shoot well at the line, otherwise you have no chance of winning.
Gurgone has it to Thulin. Thulin's gonna fall down, picked up by Levine. Levine now driving, fouled by Ordway, goes up, but no. They're gonna count it on the ground. But that's going to be the 5th foul on Downers North, so Levine will go to the line for 2, but the basket is waved off.
That should be a breakaway foul there. That's an intentional foul on the way. Caught him from behind for sure. I mean,
yeah, that's something that I don't know personally off the top of my head if there are breakaway fouls in high school. I know that was implemented recently in the NBA.
That was 100% intentional. Which, I mean, if you get the normal foul, it's not a bad idea. Obviously, if they didn't foul, AJ would have had easy 2. Knocks on the first, though.
Yeah, and that's now Thulin's 4th turnover in this game. Just been very careless with the basketball, something that he is not typically known for. Very clean basketball player normally. But that's definitely playing a factor into it. He's not taking care of it tonight. And York has done a better job capitalizing on those turnovers in the second half versus the first. With Levine going 2 for 2, it's now a 7-point ball game. 3 minutes left to go in the third, 28-21.
York's starting to feel some momentum now. Just under 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Trying to end the quarter off well.
Stanton now to Thulin at the free throw line. He's going to take a pull-up jumper. That's way short. Picked up by Levine. Levine pushing it up to Pecos. He's got it. Driving inside, now to Richardson. Levine into the corner. Moles got an open look. That one won't go. Rebound by Stanton.
You got to follow your shot there. You would have had an easy rebound. Maybe just went to go grab it. Could have been easy too.
Stanton going to be fouled by Pecos, and once again, that's his second time already, picking up a foul near the half-court line on just a steal attempt. And that's going to be his 3rd foul, and he's going to check out as Stepanek checks in for him.
Okay, I love when Pecos is aggressive, but that's just overly aggressive. That's a bad foul to pick up.
You got to know, still 10 minutes left to play in this game. You really need him out there, so picking up those kind of fouls is not really doing your team any favors. Ordway has it to Stanton. Stanton's gonna take a tough pull-up 3. That one's long this time. Rebound by Waltz. Levine now trying to push it. Driving inside, pass down low, stolen by Miller. Now Downers Grove North has number. Stanton trying to go inside, and he's going to be fouled by Molis. And now Stanton will go to the line for free throws.
Your foul number 12, Brendan Molis, is second, team's third. Here's your timeout on the floor.
Stepped away there as Levine was on the floor. He's been taken to the locker room to be looked at by the trainer.
Possibly rolled the ankle.
Looked like it was something in the leg area. Not exactly sure what it is yet. When we get more information, we will let you know. But if you're York, you're going to need him back out here as quickly as possible if he's able to go on, as Stanton misses the first one. 7-point game with 1:47 left to go in the third, and quick trip back for Levine. Levine still hobbling, but he wants to get back into the game. Another free throw miss. Miller, that's out of bounds on him in York basketball. That is huge for York. 2 free throws missed by Stanton. Very easily could have went back up to a 9-point game. Walt's now going to bring the ball up for York, working on Ordway. Receives the screen from Richardson. Now to Molis. Stepanek over on the wing to Dezano. Dezano going to use it. Richardson swings to Molis. Stepanek hits Waltz in the face, but he picks the ball up anyways. 1:15 now left to play. Here's Waltz. to Richardson, to Molas. Gonna drive inside, a right-hand floater from Molas, no good. Fighting for the offensive rebound, Molas somehow comes up with it himself and brings it back up top. Stepanek to Waltz. Waltz gonna get the screen. Richardson to Dezano, 53 seconds left to go. Waltz has it, trying to go around Ordway. Ball's loose on the floor, still fighting for it, picked up by Stanton. And there's gonna be a foul called over on the sideline. It's gonna be a common foul there on Molas. I didn't exactly see what happened there, Nick. I don't know if you did. I was watching Stanton go on the fast break.
It was just mostly frustration there from Brendan Molas. He kind of threw him to the ground a little bit. Probably a little bit of a flop there, you know. Extracurricular activities going on after the turnover, but that's just frustration. And someone's got to step up with AJ Levine off the. Oh, actually, AJ Levine checks in, so I don't know how we got hurt, but he's back on the court now. Yeah, someone just had to step up there to take the shot. No one seemed really confident to shoot the ball, and DGN just played great lockdown defense. And Brendan Mullen just took out some.
And there's going to be a blocking foul called on Molas, and that's going to send Miller to the line now, with that being the 5th foul.
Both teams in the bonus now. 25 seconds left. Won't come into play too much more, I wouldn't think. Foul count does reset the next quarter.
First one for Miller, can't get it to go. We were talking about York struggling with free throws earlier. DGN now struggling, missing their last 3 shots. Second one from Miller is good. Now an 8-point ball game. Levine gonna bring it up. Levine getting it past the half court, guarded by Ordway. 15 seconds left to play in the quarter. Levine stripped away by Ordway. Ordway now trying to push it. Foul from behind by Levine. That's gonna be his 3rd foul, and free throws coming DGN's way.
Fouls all of a sudden catching up to the Dukes. Brendan Molas with 4, AJ with 3. Ryan Pecos on the bench with 3 as well.
Ordway can't knock down the first one either.
So both teams are really struggling from the line. Not able to connect on those easy points. DGN, though, trying to extend their lead to 9 points. Get up to the 30-point mark.
And the second one is good, so 1 for 2 from the line that time is Ordway. 10 seconds left to go in the quarter. Moles has it, now to Waltz. They're gonna have to push it quickly. Back to Levine now, 6 seconds into the half court. Waltz gonna take a deep 3. Waltz connects on a tough 3-point jumper to bring it within 6. That's gonna do it for the end of the 3rd quarter, and that's some much needed momentum here from the York Dukes, bringing it back to within a 2-score game.
That is a great 3rd quarter of basketball there by the Dukes, cutting the lead to only 6. Halftime, they were down 12, cut it in half, looking to cut it in half again in the 4th quarter. That's a big shot from Kyle Waltz to end the quarter. Momentum on their side. We'll see what they can do.
And with that, we're going to step away shortly here. Don't go anywhere for 4th quarter action between the York Dukes and the Downers Grove North Trojans. You've been watching York Dukes varsity basketball right here on York Sports Network. Back now for the fourth quarter, 30-24 your score with Downers Grove North currently in the lead over York. York will get possession first here to start out the fourth quarter. Only 4 points scored there from Downers Grove North, and Jack Stanton held to 0 in that quarter.
DGN only scored 4 points.
Well, it's short, rebound by Pecos, and that's going to be once again thrown out of bounds on the saving attempt from Pecos. We've seen that a couple times tonight. He's fought in there against amongst the trees, grabbing the board, but not able to come fully down with it.
We got to respect the hustle. I mean, otherwise, would have been out of bounds. It would have been DGN ball anyway. He comes flying in every time, trying to save the play, doing all he can.
Doolin to Akawi. He has it over on the left wing, guarded by Waltz. Pecos applying pressure to Thulin up by the half-court line. Here's Miller. Down low to Reamer, and that's going to be out of bounds, touched by Reamer last, and that's going to be York Duke basketball.
Here we go, more turnovers from DGN. I got to turn those turnovers into points on the other side. DGN starting to press. Someone's got to come help. I don't know what they're doing. They're all just sitting down there on the other side of the court.
Levine and Pecos were trying to call for, I believe it was Waltz, to come down there to help out, but York's gonna have to burn their first timeout. So luckily, Coach Dunn has not used any so far, so he still has 4 more remaining for the rest of the game. But a timeout not well spent. We'll see you after the break. 30-24, York with possession. You've been watching York Duke's varsity basketball right here on York Sports Network. Back now from a timeout. York will try this again. Waltz will get this one over to Levine. Levine now able to bring this one up the court. He's guarded by Stanton. Waltz gonna almost lose it. Picks it up before Akawi can get to it. Levine over on the wing, driving inside against Stanton. 1-on-2 is gonna have to dish this one back outside to Waltz. Going away from the screen, now inside to Akawi. The right hand baby hook, can't get it to go. Fighting for the rebound, and Reamer comes up with it.
Just could not fall. Good opportunity, good shot. Just couldn't get it to fall.
A couple of tough bounces came Waltz's way tonight. And a timeout called here from Downers Grove North. That's going to be their second called, so 3 more left for them. And Nick, what do you think Downers Grove North's coach is talking to his guys about right now? You got a lot of stuff coming in your ear from the student section, and you got a lot of stuff you're playing for right now. You're playing for the conference championship. What are you telling your guys in a close battle here down the stretch in the fourth quarter?
Well, he's probably telling them, first of all, if we win the conference. Simple as that. I mean, they just got to continue that intensity that they came out with in the first half. Kind of lost a little bit in that third quarter. Let the crowd and atmosphere get to them a little bit. York has been able to come back. Has scored 4 points since halftime. Not a good look in over a quarter of basketball. So just got to get it back together.
Miller will be the inbounder here for Downers Grove North. Thulin's going to receive it in the backcourt. Thulin now has it, trying to get over to Miller. He somehow saves it, getting it back into the hands of Thulin. Thulin trying to work on Pecos, and that's going to be Pecos' fourth foul.
Your foul number 11, Ryan Pecos, is fourth.
Fouls really coming into play for both teams now. Multiple players in foul trouble. That's now Pecos is fourth, as well as Molas having 4, Levine having 3, and then both Thulin and Reamer both having 3 for Downers Grove North. Pass stolen away there by Pecos on the inbounds. Levine's now bringing this one up. Gonna take the screen. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line. That one's short, fighting for the rebound. Tip back outside to Waltz. Waltz now gonna go inside. He's going to have to try and dish this out to Levine, but Levine's starting to cut to the corner, and that's going to go out of bounds.
Again, that's just lockdown defense from DGN. Nowhere to go with the basketball. Just trying to find every opportunity to dish it out. Cannot find it. So it's another turnover.
Cowie back out to Stanton. He's going to receive some pressure here from Waltz. Just under 6 minutes left to play. Thulin a wide open look. That one's off the back iron. Rebounded there by Pecos. Levine now going to get the screen. Pull up jumper. That one won't go, but it's going to be a foul on Thulin, and that's going to be his fourth.
Couple guys now. 4 fouls. Looks like they're keeping him in as well. So both Pecos and Thulin out there with 4 fouls, and Molis. 3 players.
And Thulin's had a rough day shooting, still 0 points, 0 for 4 from 3. He's normally knocked down. So you're definitely losing some scoring production as Levine takes a quick 3 off the front of the rim, gets the bounce off the backboard, and it goes in. Now this is a 1-possession game here with 5:30 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Crowd is absolutely rocking now. Dukes are feeling it. It's gonna stop here.
Stanton's gonna have it. This is just one to Thulin. Thulin gonna look to receive the screen. Down low, Reamer. Going up over Waltz, that one's long. Offensive rebound though for Cowie, and he's gonna be blocked. No shot there from Miller. Miller's not gonna bring it back up top, and Stanton has it. Thulin, down low, Cowie, wide open! Swatted off the backboard by A.J. Levine. He came out of nowhere. Levine now trying to push it on offense to Waltz to tie the game. It's going to be another foul called on Downers Grove North.
That's on Thulin. He's out of the game.
Thulin is now fouled out. Unbelievable block from Levine on one side, and then Thulin now fouling out. That's their best defender who's been guarding Levine tight all night.
Oh, they took the risk. They kept him in the game, and it did not pay out.
Now still 4:40 left to go in the game. Levine to tie it. That's off the back iron. Tipped by Pecos, and that's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by him. And that's going to be Downers Grove North basketball now. Here's Miller driving inside to a Cowie. Cowie doubled. They get it to Reamer. Back up top now, Stanton. Down low, Reamer again.
Good
poked
hands.
Away. Good hands there from Kyle Waltz, stopping a for sure layup there. And still will be DGN basketball on the baseline. 4:21 left to play in the fourth.
DGN has not scored in this quarter. Still only have 4 points in the second half.
And a timeout called by Downers Grove North again. They're going to have just 2 remaining for the last 4:21.
Oh.
And
It's getting tight.
I was talking what you were saying to your guys before in that last timeout, but now you got even more momentum in York's favor. You just lost your #1 defender who's been guarding Levine, who held him to 3 points in your last matchup. What are you telling your guys that who now have to step up off the bench?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to tell them to play their game. I mean, you can't let the moment be too big. Obviously, it's big shoes to fill with Thulin, their main lockdown defender for this team, but you just got to stop them. Stop this momentum and play your game to the best of your ability. And you got to be smart. DGN has turned the ball over all night. They really got to cut down on the turnovers in this second half of this fourth quarter. It's a close game. This is the game that we all thought it'd be, and it's the game it turned out to be, so can't ask for any more.
Miller will be the inbounder here for the Trojans. Gonna pass it back into the half court to Stanton. Pecos was out of position. Now Miller, an open 3. Miller knocks it down. Nothing but net. You can't leave him open from the corner. That's his hot spot, and he drills it.
There it is. That's the silencer right there. Back up to 6 points. That's exactly what they needed coming out of the timeout.
Here's Richardson to Pecos. Back up top, Richardson wide open from 3. Once again, no good from Richardson. Stanton's now pushing it for Downers Grove North. Kicks out, Akawi in the corner. Stolen by Levine. Levine now going 1-on-2 fast break against Miller. Can't get it to go, but it will be a block. So Levine will go to the line once again, but Levine is also down on the baseline.
He came down hard there. That was an all-out effort play. Able to get the steal. Go to the hoop hard. He's got to calm down there.
It looks like that same leg that he aggravated earlier in this game. And that's just one of those where it's like, that's a basketball play. It's going to happen. Yeah. You know it's going to happen on fast breaks, especially in the one-on-one. You go up hard, you're going to fall down hard. It's just a part of the game. Some big free throws now coming up from Levine. First one rattles around the rim and goes in. That's a big first free throw for Levine. Now looking to go for 2 for 2 from the line. Second one is also good, so now back to a 4-point ball game. 3:40 left to play. Akawi has it at the half-court line. Here's Miller working on Molas. Now Stanton has it at the logo. Ordway guarded by Levine. Driving inside, kick out to Akawi in the corner. That ball is going to be tipped, but a foul called, and now that's Levine's 4th foul.
That's a big foul. Big foul.
3 starters now for York with 4 fouls. Levine definitely the one who's got to be the most careful, as he's been leading the offense all night with 18. Akawi to Miller, another open look. Miller knocks down another open 3, extending the lead back up to 7 for the Trojans. Levine now trying to push it. Levine, a tough right-hand floater. He gets a great transition layup there.
That was a tough shot. Wow. Miller from the corner, though, has just been money. Here he's up to 13 points. DGN's leading scorer of the night over Jack Stanton, who's only had all 4 of his threes just came in the second quarter. It's out of nowhere, really.
Yeah, that's
been silent all night otherwise.
Like you said, that was a huge layup there from Levine. You have a huge momentum burst quickly from the 3 ball from Miller, but you quickly silence that. That's the best thing you can do, but another 3 from Miller, and another make! Miller has now knocked down 3 threes in the 4th quarter alone. A timeout called by Coach Dunn, and all the momentum is now in Downers Grove North's favor.
Eight-point lead now. 2:41 left to go in this game. Miller has come alive. Player of the game from DGN.
We're going to step away shortly here. 2 minutes, 41 seconds left to play in this ball game. 39-31 with the Trojans above the Dukes. You've been watching York Dukes varsity basketball right here on York Sports Network. Now back from the timeout. The York Dukes down by 8, so a huge possession here. They got to get some sort of points. Molas, Levine, and Pecos all playing with 4 fouls. Moles is going to take it up this time. Pecos will advance the ball into the half court. Richardson to Waltz. Levine over in the corner, working on Ordway, driving inside. Passes it into Richardson. Richardson,
pass.
layup, he can't get it to go. Stanton's gonna have the ball now, trying to get it past half court. Dangerous pass, Akawi comes up with it though. Miller, another three from the corner. That one rattles in and out, but an offensive rebound from Ordway. Ball now on the floor. Akawi loses it. Pecos will pick it up. Levine now trying to push it, 2-on-3, they got numbers. Molis, layup is good, and one. Brendan Molis hits the and one layup to bring it back within a 2-score game, and now he's going to the free throw line to try and complete the 3-point play.
What a turn of events there. Miller in the corner. Could have had the dagger. Then all of a sudden, Brendan Molis flying down the court, gets the and one foul, trying to cut it to a 5-point game.
That was a great no-look pass there from Levine. He looked in favor of his other teammate over on the right side, Waltz, and dished it to the left to Molis, who was able to knock it down, and the free throw.
It's a big free throw.
It's a little bit scary of a bounce, but it does find the bottom of the basket for him. So now a 5-point game, 1:45 left to play in the fourth quarter.
Got to get a stop. It's time now, lockdown defense.
Miller, the jump pass to Stanton. Reamer, stolen away by Levine. Levine now trying to push it once again. He's going to slow this one up. Waltz, an open three from the top of the key. That one's short. Reamer's going to come down with the rebound over Richardson. And now Stanton pushing it up. Ordway trying to get inside, but again, another turnover.
DGN just being careless with the ball all night. I mean, they got to have like 15, 20 turnovers in this game.
Driving in, and that's not going to go, but another foul call. This one's on Miller. Waltz catching a bit of a break. It looked like he lost the ball in the air.
I think he meant to call it a little before that, though.
Either way, it will be free throws, because if it was on the ground, they are in the bonus.
Very true.
Waltz knocks down the first of two. Now a 4-point game. Big free throw coming up here. He can make it a one-possession ball game if he is able to connect on it. And it's no good. Rims out. Just over a minute to play now. Stanton has it for Downers Grove North. Pass to Millard. Akawi now. Gets it back up top to Stanton. Stanton being doubled at half court, and they're going to pick up the fifth foul on Pecos. He's going to have to check out of the game, which means Coach Dunn's going to have to make a move to his bench.
I mean, great defense. Probably caught him on the body a little too much. Seemed kind of ticky-tacky to me, though. He almost was over it back, to be honest.
Yeah, very, very close. If Pecos keeps those hips back, I think that's what got that call foul on him. He got up into him, hit him with the body. If you stay back, I think he would have ran over in the half court himself. Fitzgerald is the Duke subbing in for Pecos.
Under a minute left. The action in.
Fitzgerald going to get a quick foul.
I think that's the plan there.
Got to look to get a quick steal if you're York here. I don't think you send him to the line just yet, but you want him in that four foul slot so you can have that one foul. And
that looked pretty intentional there.
yeah, Sika's going to check in for Fitzgerald now. Ordway having trouble getting it in. He finally finds Stanton. Ordway now has it. Back to Stanton. Stanton gets into the half court to Akawi. Akawi down low to Reamer. He'll kick it back outside to Stanton. We got to go for a steal here.
Oh, that's not a foul. What is the call there?
They're going to get Sika with the foul call. Another timeout called here from York. They're going to have 3 left after this. Jack Stanton will be going to the free throw line for 2 shots. 4-point game, 39-35 in favor of the Trojans. Don't go anywhere for the last 40.5 seconds of action here. You're watching York Dukes varsity basketball here on York Sports Network. Back now from the timeout. Jack Stanton is at the free throw line looking to put this to a 6-point lead. He is currently 0 for 4 from the free throw line this quarter. He does knock down the first of 2. That's his first point since the second quarter. Either way, make or miss, though, it still is a 2-possession game. Second one from Stanton is also good, so 2 for 2 from the line that time.
York's got to go fast now. If they want it 2, they got to go quick.
Fitzgerald back to Levine. Levine trying to pass it. Open look from Waltz in the corner. That's long. Offensive rebound, no. Tipped out of bounds by Akawi, though. So York will get another chance at it here.
Did take a lot of time off the clock, though. 27.6 seconds left. They almost now kind of have to look for a 3, in my opinion.
Here's Richardson. Levine has it, receives a screen, a tough 3. He was fouled on it. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Now, that's not a foul you can commit if you're Ordway.
I think it just gives them a chance. It was already such a tough shot to shoot, and gets bailed out from the foul. At the line now to shoot 3. Trying to make a 1-possession game. So must make free throws.
Levine knocks down the first one, nothing but nets. That's also Ordway's 3rd foul now. Second one from Levine is long. It hits the back rim.
Now we got a foul. Got a foul right away.
If you don't get the steal off the inbound, then you're going to have to foul instantly.
Or intentionally miss here. Could catch him off guard, intentionally miss.
This 3rd one is good, so 2 for 3 from the line. Coach Dunn's going to use his 3rd timeout. 22.8 seconds left to play. And Nick, what are you telling your guys here in the huddle if you're Coach Dunn?
Foul right away. I think that's their only option. Can't waste any time left. Just got to hope that DGM misses those free throws and then get a quick basket and do it all over again.
I think your best option here is to possibly double Stanton because, you know, he's a knockdown free throw shooter, but so is Alex Miller. There's a lot of good free throw shooters on this Downers Grove North team. There's not really a particular guy you would want to send to the line. I mean, obviously you would rather send a bigger guy like Reamer or Akawi to the line, but most likely those guys will be in the back court, and if they get it, it will be a wide open layup. So we'll have to see what Coach Dunn has in store for his team with just 22 seconds left to play, down by 4. You're watching York Dukes varsity basketball right here on York Sports Network. Akawi, the inbounder, trying to get it in. He finds Miller. Miller's going to be fouled by Kyle Waltz. Only 1.8 seconds comes off the clock. That is the guy you want to foul, though.
It is.
You want the person to foul, I should say. You want Waltz to foul. He had no fouls. Levine was right there. Could have been his last, but it's going to be a 30-second timeout here from Coach Dunn. So once again, we are going to step away here, but don't go anywhere for the conclusion of this 4th quarter matchup. You are watching York Dukes varsity basketball here on York Sports Network. We find ourselves at the free throw line. Back from the timeout, Alex Miller, the shooter. 4-point game. First one is good for him. Extends it to 5 now in favor of Downers Grove North.
It was unfortunately not the free throw shooter you wanted to foul. And Miller's been money all night from the field, and especially from the free throw line.
Second one is no good though.
though.
Molis almost stepping out of bounds, but now he's pushing it up. 17 seconds, he gets it to Waltz.
Gotta shoot.
Back up top to Molis. Molis trying to drive around Miller. Layup. That one rolls out barely, and that's gonna be a foul on Richardson. Molis barely couldn't get that layup to go, and that should do it with a 5-point lead and 2 free throws here. It would be an absolute miracle if York would be able to send this into overtime.
Oh, yeah, that's going to do it, I think. It's a tough game for the Dukes. DGN does lock up conference championship, unfortunately. But they played a great game. Obviously scored the basketball way better than York.
Well, Miller does miss the first one.
Oh. Check up a heave. Goes in, you never know.
Basically, your only chance is if he misses this, you go down, you hit a 2 or a 3, and then you foul again. He goes 0 for 2, and you hit that full quarter. Well, he does miss the second one, and AJ Levine's instantly fouled.
Whoa.
Things might not.
Hold up.
Okay, well, it's not likely, but if
if
in some case Levine can knock down both these shots,
7.4 seconds,
and then you foul and you miss another 2 free throws at the line.
If he knocks
you don't
out
even
both,
need need a full court shot at that point. You could get a good look from 3. Levine knocks down the first of 2. We see everyone continue to walk out, but a couple heads still turning. You never know.
It's a long line trying to get through a couple doors. A lot of people in attendance here tonight.
And I would say you never know at the touch. Oh, Levine!
Oh!
Threw it off the rim.
Call? I think he crossed the line too fast.
That could have been huge. It could have been a 2-point game. Stanton receives the inbounds, and he's fouled instantly by Sika. Man, if he was able to execute
it was a great attempt.
Almost had it. You have to wait for the ball to hit the rim before you cross the line.
It was
not the first person we've had to tell this week that.
Shout out Xander. Don't believe he's watching, but.
Stanton has had some troubles at the free throw line tonight, though. 2 for 6. First one barely sneaks in there.
Toilet bowl.
The Dukes still do have a timeout, so theoretically a rundown 3-ball quick timeout. Run through all the possibilities in our head. Second one also barely finds the bottom of the net. Levine gets it, 5 seconds left, up to Waltz. Waltz passes tipped out of bounds, and with 1.4 seconds left, that should do it. Downers Grove North will claim the West Suburban Conference title with a score of 44-38 over the York Dukes here in Elmhurst away. And just an absolutely phenomenal game from both sides. DGN got out to a big lead at halftime, and York fought back and made things interesting there at the end. A couple things go another way. A couple shots don't go in. A couple more do. You could see a different score. It was very neck and neck there all the way through the second half.
Well, it really comes down to that first half of play from York, not able to score the basketball at all. Only putting up 12 points. Of those were only 3 field goals. So, I mean, terrible shooting first half, and that's really they got put in a hole, down 14 at halftime, came all the way back, just not able to get the job done at the end. Great fight though. A great game from DGN. West Suburban Conference champs now. 2023.
Yeah, I mean, very tough conference to play in. You know that every year in and out, it could be someone else winning the conference. Downers Grove North securing it this year. I think that's the 3rd straight year in a row there's been a different conference champion. I think it was LT last year, and the year before that was Glenbard West. So very competitive conference.
Nobody was beating that Glenbard West team.
But even though you lose this game, if you're York, you also have to take the positives out of it. You show that you can fight back and make games tough. You're going into the playoffs starting soon in 2 weeks. You have one last matchup against OPRF to try and get that momentum back, get that win right before going into playoffs. And you start those, I believe, next week, end of the week. So some big things coming up for York. But that's going to do it for us here at the York Sports Network. I've been TJ Silkaitis, and alongside me has been Nick Gurgone. We thank you all for watching, and have a good night.
Peace.